Hello, and welcome to episode lucky number 7 of Dark Emols 2, Scholar of the First Fin. I'm your host, Niko, they, them, and I am joined as always by Sparkletone, they, them.
Hi. I can't stop thinking about the phrase fish emulsion now. Why did you do this to me?
Look, I had to come up with a title for every episode, so that's where we are. Peregrine, bearer of the curse, they, them.
Hello. My goal for this episode is to get everyone off of fish emulsion and onto worm castings.
And Mo, he, him.
Worm casting is my favorite podcast.
Good. The rules for this series are, 1, I'm only allowed to play the 2 hours a week for these recordings, no playing on the side. 2, I'm not allowed to look anything up or write anything down. I can only rely on my memory and my coaches for advice. And 3, no backseating in the chat, please. I am pre-recording these, so you can't really help anyway. So it's been a while since we last recorded. Does anyone want to remind me what happened?
I don't think this joke is very funny.
What?
You met some sentinels, and you got ruined.
Yep, that's how I remember it.
Mic drop. Boom. You did very well. Sorry, that's...
For the listeners at home, we're maybe recording closer together than we usually do.
Look, we're not supposed to tell them that. It breaks the illusion.
You might say it breaks the emulsion.
Yes, it breaks the
Joe,
illusion.
I have taught classes on emulsion breaking. You don't want to go down this road.
So basically, we've got the holidays coming up, and we want to make sure we have got a few episodes already in the oven, so to speak. So that's just the nature of recording things, you know.
The magic of television.
We're showing you how the emulsion gets made before we put it in the sauce.
Yeah, we have an emulsion set
you.
aside, pre-made in the studio.
We're also showing you how that gets made.
The good news is less and less of these enemies are there each time I fail. So.
Yep, all the stabby lads.
Oh, and the explodey lads.
One of them was a traitor.
I will take it. Oh, his sword fell off.
The sword, yeah.
All right.
Always watching out for the physics to still apply to enemy objects. It usually looks way less plausible than that one does.
All right, you want those great heavies out?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's up to you. Oh, rude.
Off to a start.
Yep.
That was that spin is a bit much.
Now we're just going to be able to do it this way and then feel really good about ourselves.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. That's good.
Oh, don't put your shield up. Come on.
If only you had some heavier armor to absorb these blows with.
Don't.
Nope.
We can't
I
start.
actually don't think that would help here.
Yeah, so then you can get all of your health bar taken out without getting knocked back, right?
It happened a little bit. It certainly wouldn't hurt.
I think in a 3-on-1 encounter, being less mobile is not going to do us any favors.
I didn't say anything about being less mobile. You just gotta get a couple more levels. And do it all.
All right, I don't think this is going well. I made a call. I'm gonna go.
Okay,
go
you're not
here,
gonna use gem.
get
You're
this.
not gonna. Oh yeah, smart. You could always homeward bone out and like level up with the souls, right?
Could.
Yeah, if you can get You need
much-
long enough to hit confirmant and for the animation to go
Yeah,
off.
that's
So
risky.
You need a window.
Well, you know, but you won't use it until you do. So
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
It wasn't going to cost you the homeward bone if it doesn't complete. But finding a window long enough can be tricky.
If I leave this area, do the enemies respawn like normal again, or do they
No.
still
No.
stay?
Nope.
So
So
these,
they're
so
done.
these are just gone forever.
Yes.
A bonfire aesthetic is the only way to repop the area without going to New Game Plus.
That's too bad. It was some good souls, but like you said, like you said a full week ago when we last recorded, these souls are not that hard to come by actually.
And
Yeah,
there
the
are
game is definitely balanced around the depopulation thing in a way that the others in the
there
series
are better places to hoover up the souls than the Lost Bastille as well, if that becomes an issue.
Oh, the Soul Hoover, my favorite weapon in Hunter x Hunter.
I mean, as long as I don't put all my points into a useless stat like Vitality, I don't really need to worry about grinding that much. No,
Yeah,
nothing?
well, you know, I don't think it's so useless. Is all.
That's all you got?
Yeah, you know, I've accepted that you're gonna just wear some like cargo pants and whatever. You're not gonna have any.
You gotta get that breathable fabric, all right?
Yeah, I
They have
guess
so many
so.
pockets. So
Yep.
many pockets.
Mhm.
Ah,
Like, you know, why wear resplendent armor when you could wear cargo pants and a
Mo,
sweater
Mo,
vest.
you don't want us to wear resplendent, fashionable armor. You want us to wear literally a boulder just on our body.
Yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
what
What
you want us
is
to wear.
the Bauhaus School of Design would say that function is the highest something of form. So,
You wanna you're
you know?
advocating for the brutalist armor.
Basically, yes.
I think I actually said that at one point because while we were talking about
well,
Mo's
maybe.
favorite armor set.
Yeah, well, it's just the best, you know?
I do have a soft spot for brutalism, admittedly. I'm one of the few
So
people I
put a
know
couple-
who is a fan.
Put a couple points into Vitality then.
I have a
but
soft
that's
spot
it's for
for
buildings,
soft
not
padded
for
armor.
bodies.
I want my armor to have a
Wear this
soft
armor and that line blurs a whole bunch.
Like I don't my body is not the temple that I would design in a brutalist fashion, you know? Like
Hmm.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll heal up. Oh, stop doing that. It's bad.
That's the one that always gets me.
I've usually been pretty good about avoiding that one, but
Yeah, it's
not that time.
for some reason the wind up on that overhead just my brain doesn't want to understand.
Brains are
I think it's
are
because
weird.
I think it's because it's shorter than most of the overheads in the game. And so I'm always either overthinking it for myself or just simply waiting too long. And I end up screwing up in either direction as a result.
Well, at this rate, there are going to be none of these really annoying enemies left. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's definitely a few fewer.
Few fewer for I can't are pew pewer.
oh, come on. That's rude. Royal Greatsword.
Ooh.
I don't remember if
So
that sword is any good or not.
It's pretty great, I heard.
Yeah, but that particular description maybe doesn't go as far as one would want in this game. Or in this series, even. There are a lot of great swords in these games, but there aren't as many great swords.
I mean, we're doing a sorcerer build, so it's not like we're really gonna...
We were talking just last episode about making ourselves a sword that scales with intelligence.
But like...
Yeah.
You said it. It's a pew-pewer. Not a... slasher.
Q-Cure?
Skewer?
I personally would like us to have the option so that we can save our pew-pews for the enemies that really matter. Like these dinguses.
Especially when all of my spells are going into the wall.
Well, he was going into the wall himself for a little bit there, so...
Okay.
It's okay to touch the bloodstain. Thank you. I'm like one of those Souls players where like if I have a bloodstain, I need to touch it.
I've just gotten to the point where if I'm doing a boss run, I don't worry at all about the souls from my previous attempts. Oh, out of spells.
Oops. Bye!
Hopefully this is
Ooh, the
enough.
swing after the jump. Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, no.
Rough.
Tornado! No, stop it.
Oh, that
I
move
recognize
is
the
rough.
wind-up. It's just I don't really have... Oh.
Oh!
The shield throw.
That's just
I-
from off-screen.
It's like a little pizza. It's just
You know,
like
it's a pizza.
I cannot remember the last time I saw that attack.
Yeah, I remember it in like the very first time I did this fight. Like a week ago. I'm gonna stick with this joke. It's
Yeah,
gonna
go
be
for
funny
it.
at some point.
So I have a thought, and it's
Uh-oh.
that maybe, and I don't think it's necessarily the worst thought. It's maybe save your hardest hitting spell for when you have to take the two of them at once, and take down that first one with one of the step down spell. Even
I
though it'll
could try
take
that.
more.
You
It
can
might
tell we've
make
been
the
recording.
second.
You can tell we've been recording for a while when Mo says, "I have a great idea," and it's not a terrible, terrible food take.
Well, you know, I gotta sprinkle them in there. I do have a thought about the whole fish emulsion, because what, like, you know,
Real quick before we
sorry,
get into
I'm
this,
sorry,
because
that
I
was
can
my
already
fault.
tell.
That's on me.
I'll take it.
The idea I had has less to do with ammo preservation and more to do with the window after you kill the first sentinel before another one tries to come up after you is long enough that you can switch to life gems, and so fall and pop one, and then keep
Okay.
moving, just to get rid of the fall damage like immediately, without having to wait until you're low enough for an Estus flask to make sense.
Yeah, the idea that I had, and maybe I can do this on my next go, is to become human and get that
Sure.
little extra bit of health. So see how this one
We've
goes.
got a bunch of those effigies.
Yeah, I do. Oh, come on.
I definitely do think it is a good idea to fear that fall damage. You know,
shit.
we're post
Wrong
Thanksgiving
spell.
now. We're moving into Christmas, so it's time we got to move into that winter damage.
I Actually, if I'm remembering the weather forecast for tomorrow, Chicago is about to get some winter damage.
Oh, fun. Oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Well,
That's-
there's that plan.
Yeah,
That could've
it's
gone better.
currently pouring in Brooklyn right now. Pouring rain.
All right.
Surprisingly, it was pouring rain in California this past week. That's a rare thing for those who don't live in California.
Yeah, I heard that was
Yeah.
like largely a good thing.
I have a
Yep.
winter storm warning from 10 a.m. Sunday to 4 a.m. Monday. Heavy snow
Well,
nice.
expected. Blowing
Stay
snow
safe.
possible, especially at night.
Yep, there you
Total
go.
snow accumulation of 4 to 10 inches.
As if I needed any other reason to stay inside.
Yep.
Although interestingly, the rain this past week for California was particularly important because it cleared a lot of the smoke
Oh yeah.
that had
for sure.
built up, and that was actually the reason that I've been inside for a lot of the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, fair.
Are they all gone?
I guess so.
Oh, you've cleared
did
it
it.
out.
Ah, yes.
Peace and quiet.
Yeah.
So
There's an NPC back there. Let's see that summon sign if you're not through the mist, just to see who it is, because this one will be a player, I think.
L Strong.
That's a
strong.
Nice. No reason to
Strong.
summon them, but cool. They got a great big shield.
L
Yeah.
is strong.
Strong.
L's got to be strong to use that shield.
So Fallout New Vegas is on sale on Steam for $3, and I got it, and I was like, because everybody talks very highly of it, and I was like, I think I need to install some mods to play this game, and I think I'm at like 70 mods right now.
Oh no! Oh, no.
And I'm gonna try and get everything like working tomorrow, and hopefully it doesn't melt my computer into a puddle. of
Here's
fish emulsion.
a pitch for a new streaming series where you play through one of those games with 70 mods and call it That 70s Show. That 70s Mo. Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
I think that one's free.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, the Discord share for me was very much a slideshow from almost
It was-
the moment
It was choppy that
Niko
time. Yeah.
went through the fog door until the moment the "You Died" sign showed up.
Yeah.
Well-
It's choppy for me right now in general.
Hmm.
Don't get me
Yeah, I don't
wrong,
know
I
if
can
that's just
still
an
tell
internet-
I can still tell what's going on well enough that I'm fine.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
long as I get my cue to do more squats.
Yeah. So you got 10, so just get on those, and then.
Yep.
That's a good thing it's been a while since the last time you needed to do them, right?
Yeah, I just figured that. Yeah, it's not that I
it's-
couldn't do more core stuff, you know.
It's been a week.
It's just it's leg day.
Yeah.
What a nice casual stroll back to the boss.
Yep.
I like this mechanic. I approve.
I love the way this boss fight just like drops you down into it.
Yeah.
It's
onto
really.
this shitty little balcony.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm completely out of stamina. Okay. Oh no! Oh, it was going so well. Oh, I recognize that smashed up door though. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that didn't kill me.
No opening that smashed up door, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go back to using the big spells on the platform because like I need to get that guy down as fast as possible.
Fair. Yeah, I'm hopeful this modding just goes really smoothly, and there's no major issues or conflicts at all.
You should just download the mod that makes things go smoothly, right?
Yeah, I have downloaded like 3 of those.
Oh, the fix Fallout New Vegas mod.
There are multiple fix Fallout New Vegas mods.
Of course there are. I wonder if Bethesda's ever gonna release a game that has a good UI in it.
No. Would be.
That's not what they do. That's how many years has it been? I will say, the Scholar version of this game was obviously fine, but when the base version of Dark Souls 3 was coming out, a lot of people were kind of nervous because the PC port of the first game ended up being a lot more popular than the other versions, but it very, very much needed the DS Fix mod that everybody has heard of by now, I would think. But it turned out the port of this game was pretty alright. And that was the case with
Nice job.
3 also.
Nice.
Life Gem.
And switch off of the very heavy.
I want to find both of them before I get shield sliced. Where's the other one? Okay.
Before
Get
you
them
get
both in
pizza
front of me.
pied.
Yeah. Got here with
Which
that
don't
tomato
get
shit.
me wrong, it's not that like launch day from software titles they haven't had issues, just that like they were all, you know, cleaned up in relatively short order compared to the PC version of Dark Souls before they remastered it, which was clunky from the get-go and never got really cleaned up.
There's that shield slice.
Now it doesn't have a shield.
Does he ever? Yeah. Huh.
Oh.
Rude.
Oh.
Wow.
Those iframes, though.
Yep.
Powerful.
Oh, I really want to heal.
Life gems are
Use a life
fast.
gem.
No, 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 no. Oh, wow, you missed.
Yeah.
Suck it. No, tornado. No, get the fuck out of here.
A good response to a tornado. Or should you shelter in place? I don't know. Bro.
Playing with fire here on stamina.
Shelter in place is the most strategy, and everybody else on this playthrough is more in favor of getting out of the way.
Woo.
Whoa.
Give me some of that healing.
Nice job.
No, don't walk in front of me. What are you doing? I want to just finish.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right,
Wow.
Just gotta
Now
take
he's
it
slow.
switch to life gems and just take this extremely slow and easy. One of these guys is not a big deal, but he's not, you know, he's still dangerous.
Yeah, especially that. Oh. Okay, life gem's still working.
Yep. Life gem's done.
Ooh. Pop another one.
Yep.
Oh, the tornado. Listen, I got 15 life gems. I'm gonna use you.
Yep, you have plenty of gems.
Oh yeah,
just,
No,
Just take your time.
You'll
Yeah,
need
just-
them less later in the game anyway. Like by the time I got to later at this point, like you're not at a loss for life gems.
Later in the game, we will have more Estus resources to work with also. So.
Yeah, and different life gem resources.
No, stop doing the tornado.
Nice.
Nice.
Shield. I like that shield still sticking out of the wall.
I know, that's great.
A couple more hits, nice and
Yep.
easy.
Goodbye.
Good
Great
job.
job.
Well,
Now,
That was a very
you
good
see,
fight.
if you
That
had
was
some
very, very
heavy
good.
armor there, it still would have been better.
but you didn't need the heavy armor.
Nice. Amazing.
Good emote.
Yeah, let's visit the shield.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so we've got a door over here. And I've got 30. Oh my god, I've got 36,000 souls.
Before you exit this room, I would like you to run around and mash X against the walls.
Okay.
A lot more of them than you'd think.
Give me a sec. I wanted to see.
Oh, yeah, we haven't been... Did we read the one for the Flexile Sentry?
I don't think so.
Yeah, let's read that one too.
The Flexile Sentry is a merciless creature whose purpose is to punish the undead. Use the special soul. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the use part.
That's just always the same. The Ruin Sentinel has no corporeal form. It is only an empty soul that haunts the armor.
Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm disappointed that they spelled jailer with a J.
Oh, they didn't go for the
Gowler.
Hypogean Gowl.
All right.
Don't pass go. Go directly to Gowl.
We'll start at that door and work our way around.
Yeah, there might be some messages giving the game away, but this room is kind of a lot.
Okay. We just, yep.
Yep.
Aw.
That's a good message.
Yeah. Target shield.
Oh, shield from target.
Yeah. It's just a big red bullseye.
Although that shield also exists in this game, right? Like,
Message. Great. Oh, all right. So we have a ladder up, and we also have a doorway. And we
Do
have
the ladder
no.
first.
We have no Estus. So.
We're all right.
Okay. Oh, that was an accident. I'll take it. Hush. Hush puppies?
That should be a spell.
Okay. Is there... Where do I even look at those?
Inventory, it's like one
Here
of the
we go.
last tabs.
Reduces the sound made by its caster. Interesting. So I guess this is for like sneaking around.
Yeah. A lot of enemies, the way aggro works has more to do with the sound you're making than them, like, seeing you.
Interesting. Okay,
Um,
that's something that maybe would be useful at some point. Maybe
Yeah.
not have it on all the time, but
And occasionally there are monsters that are like obviously blind, and you can kind of use it to mess with them a little bit.
I see.
Good to use next time we need
don't.
to be surreptitious.
And that is all we needed to find in here. So now we can go out that door.
Excellent. Well, we definitely don't have any other way to get out of here, so...
Surreptitious.
Ew.
Critical hits required ahead. Is this... I
Oh,
don't like that
what?
noise.
That was a gross sound.
That is not a good noise.
That was the sound of somebody being slurreptitious.
I was just gonna say that.
Alright, so we'll... Dash.
Yep. Just run through.
Okay.
Oh. Wow.
There's a couple of cells along that hallway with one of them has one of those explodey boys in it. He's there to play a joke on you if you don't keep moving.
Okay.
Oh, look at all these souls.
Let's go
Think of
to...
how much int you could get. Oh.
Yeah. Let's go to the mall. The Mall Jula.
I don't like the food court there very much.
But they've got all the Estus you could want.
Alright, so
mean,
this
I
is
could
the
just-
most I've ever had. So... Is there anything really expensive that I want to buy? Like a ring?
There's the... Yeah, check the armor. There's also Fragrant Branch with
Yeah.
Shopkeeper. It's maybe not a bad thing. There's also some rings with the cat.
I know there was a ring that I had been eyeing, which was
Oh, you do have a rather type I'm quite fond.
the falling damage ring.
Yep, it's the cat one.
The
This
Catra
one, yeah.
ring.
Oh, it's
We
got a
will want
cat on
we will want the Whispers one eventually also.
Oh, that... Yeah.
But not right away. So we don't need to double up, but
Yeah.
just want to
I
make
don't.
sure.
I mean, I don't
we
know
remember
if
the
I
other
need to
one.
buy this now. If I'm not gonna immediately go down there.
It's
So-
a useful ring in general, I find.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess it would have been useful even in that boss fight.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, I'm
Like,
gonna get
fall
this
damage
now.
fall damage is rough in this game. Like that was one of the rings that I was always on the fence about keeping on because it was just so generally useful.
Yeah. Okay, and then this is
What's the-
cheap. I
what's
can
the
get
one
that
on
at
the-
any point.
In the very left.
This is I
Oh,
had
yeah,
this in
that's
DS1.
whatever.
It's okay, probably, but I still wish I had more Estus flasks.
Satisfied?
But
I'll be around if you ever come
I
back.
found a decent number of flask shards early on, but I haven't gotten one in a
Mm-hmm.
few episodes here. So, all right, let's go check on armor person here.
Oh, hello again.
Once again, it's kind of hard
The
to tell.
Oh,
which
huh.
one.
the falconer armor might be worth a look.
I guess it's not really that expensive in the grand scheme of things to just buy it.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
Yeah.
4,000.
he's another one of the vendors that if we spend a bunch of cash with him, more stuff unlocks.
Got to spend money to make money.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Oh yes, I would like 25 of these, please.
That I would
Why-
not recommend.
I was just reading about the legend of Shuten Doji, in which Raiko survived a bite to the head by wearing 2 helmets. So don't knock it till you've tried it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's an option available to us in this game. They should think about that.
I hope, yeah, for
if they ever make Dark Souls 4 back to Lordran.
well, I think it'll be an option in the more inspired by Japanese folklore Sekiro, you know? I mean, it can't not be in there, right? The statues in that game have like 6 arms, so why can't you have 2 helmets?
God, if I could just...
I can't.
If I could get my equip load
argue with
up
that
to where I
logic.
could do this. Those numbers are so big.
Oh. So I will say that in this game, unlike in Dark Souls 1, like fat rolling isn't cutoff based in the same way. So I spent a lot of the game trying to stay below 50%, but it effectively is on a gradation. So it's like really minor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the first 50% is fast roll, where in 1 and 3 it's 25%. Actually, I think
I thought
in
it was
three
no,
they
no,
made
no,
it-
no,
There's a
no.
In 3 they made
25%
it
cutoff
even more
and there's a 50.
generous. Yeah, in
I thought in this one
it's,
it was still
yeah.
below,
in
like
in
it-
1 it's 25%. In this one it's 50.
Is it 50? I thought it was lower than. I thought it was like.
Well, let's see. I can just put it on.
I thought it was like 40. Like I don't know. I remember.
Yeah, we should be mid rolling now.
Like I thought we were
All right,
already mid
So
rolling.
it takes three rolls drains my stamina right now, and if I switch to what I had, was that this?
It was the
think it was
swordsman
this.
armor, yeah.
That's 3.
Yeah, like it's a very minor shift, right? For the
It does feel a little faster, but
like
not
there's
like.
definitely a speed difference, but it's a much subtler. Like it's slow and subtle in its change, not like hard cutoff based.
Yeah, I looked it up and they made it more granular, which in like a pointless way.
Yeah.
Basically, ideal would be to be under 50, but as long as we're under 70, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I remember because I spent a lot of the game like trying to stay under 50, and then eventually I switched to like 55, and it made very little difference to me.
Yeah, so the nice thing is the brigand armor that we're wearing a couple of pieces of are super light. So that actually has made it opened up the ability for us to wear this one, which is heavy, and still keep our overall load at a reasonable level.
Heck yeah.
So
I'm on. I will allow for a mid-level armor.
I'd
won't
like to get
vouch
it
for
down
heavy,
back below
but-
50. Maybe I should put a couple of points in fit. Maybe a couple.
You know, maybe.
Or there's.
Oh,
or
you have
there's,
that ring. You have that ring.
Sure you
Yeah.
do
I
have
would
the ring.
rather have 10% more souls almost any day.
yeah.
Oh,
in
you
the
could take
cast
out the-
time.
You can take,
Take
out
off
the
the casting ring.
I would rather just leave it at this than change my rings, honestly. But maybe I'll put a point in.
You got a cool cape now. That's
Yeah,
pretty
you
cool.
know.
This armor looks pretty good.
Your
I want
style-
I want
your
looks.
style.
Yeah, looks are what I'm here for. I don't care about how strong the armor is.
It's true.
I like that our cape is now clipping through our shield. That is
Yep.
extremely
Those
good.
video games.
Classic Dark Souls.
I like how I have a shield and I've been holding one for like the last 6 episodes, and yet I never actually bothered to block with it, and I probably should do that at some point, because that is how I played Dark Souls 1.
Or just change it to a weapon.
I could, but I wouldn't use it.
What if you had a
Rapiers are good at parrying, better than shields.
Ooh.
Rapiers can't block stuff though. Is the thing.
I should also say
Alright,
that
so-
I
Oh.
was not. I should also mention that I was not lying a number of episodes ago. The
casting.
Pursuer is almost the only thing in this game that I parry.
So, I think we learned what's going
That
on.
is a
with Int.
very
It
nice
looks like
casting speed that you were looking at there.
Oh, nice, yes. It looks
Yeah.
like the int must have hit some kind of soft cap, because we were getting like 5 magic VNS for every point, and then at some point now we get like less than a point per level. So that's what happened there.
Well, you got your undergrad degree, and now it's the graduate degree takes more time to feel equivalent gains.
I feel like int-wise, until I have a magic weapon or spells that have a higher int requirement, I'm not sure if investing a lot more points there is really a good idea.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So
I'll actually say that's sensible.
The soft cap is 40. The hard cap is 50. We're just in kind of a little bit of a doldrums.
Yeah, we're in like the puberty of int scaling, but it is going to.
We have lots of other places to put points right now. Though.
Yeah.
So
I've definitely been feeling that like I've been rolling around and casting a lot and I can't do anything, so I do want to keep putting stuff in endurance still.
Sure. Never bad.
And if I got this up to there,
I do
then
like
I would
that
be
number.
at 50%. That's a nice, smooth number.
I won't deny that.
It's done. All right, and then maybe I could level up one more time, or I could just spend this at this lady.
How's that roll feeling?
So fast.
Oh wow. Yeah.
we have a lot of consumables, right? We need what, 3K?
Okay, this stamina drains. Okay.
3K, yeah. What do you got for me?
How much is the fragrant branch? Like 16?
It's 12.
12. Okay.
But 4 is the Pharaoh's Lockstone.
What's that?
And
What's
we need
the
that
key?
also.
Did you buy that key at the bottom? Is that why it says 0? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the blacksmith.
Oh, it's interesting that they keep it in the. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they do
Yeah,
that.
she doesn't really have a lot of stuff that's worth.
I mean, the effigies. Isn't there a thing where, like the effigies?
the
gonna run
Lockstone,
out.
we only need 800 for the Lockstone.
Oh
and
yeah, I can
we'll-
pop a thing. I've got.
We will
I was
find a
thinking I
place
might
to
pop
use
one of
that.
those for leveling because I haven't used any of those in a while. So I need 800, which means I probably want either this one or this one.
Probably I think the large soul is either 400 or 800, so you could do 1 and C and then pop 2 if you need to.
I've got 9 of these.
Nameless Soldier should be 800.
Perfect.
There you go.
That's great, and I am 43 short.
Oh, the one on the very end is 50, I believe.
Yeah.
Fading?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect.
4007. Good year.
Oops. I only drink wine from 4007. What is this? Inflict more damage, receive less. That seems. Both of those things seem good.
That's
Talking is hard.
It's set up like there should be a downside, but then you realize what it says. It's
Oh,
like, actually,
this is like having the red and blue tearstone rings on. Like it only works when you're near death, but it gives both effects without having to wear the ring. Is how I interpret that description.
Oh,
which
interesting.
means it kind of
okay.
sucks, unless
So
you
you
like.
still
to
have
I
to
play-
didn't
wait
realize
till
you had
you're
to.
almost
Oh,
dead.
isn't it a speedrun strat?
Yeah, I was gonna say
That
unless you
makes
like to
sense.
play a lot riskier than we do.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I think it's the sort of thing where like people do speedruns where they'll be effectively like wearing no armor. They'll get down to like 10 HP for another rings effect, and the bright bug just like helps stack on top of that.
Oh, huh. It's Oh, I misguessed based on the description. It's just a flat plus 20% damage minus 20% incoming for 2 minutes.
Jeez, it explains why it costs so much.
I think it's
That is
time
a
to check
bright
out something new.
Oh,
We're gonna
We're
head
gonna
this
do
way.
all right.
we're going to one of my not favorite places in this game. Actually, this I'm
No,
trying to the
we're gonna
sequence.
meet
Actually,
somebody,
no.
we're
The
gonna meet
sequence is
somebody
okay.
I like if we do this.
Oh, yes, that's
Read
true.
these messages.
Actually, yeah, I didn't play a sorcerer, so I couldn't actually do much with some of these NPCs we're gonna run into. So.
I don't know why it doesn't happen as much in the other games, but in this one, whenever there's like a straight corridor that's particularly narrow, everybody just writes "hurrah" message type stuff.
Should be things, right?
There's a couple others that we'll find.
Yeah.
Try message.
Good advice
Yep.
Always good advice.
for your fellow travelers.
I always I'm curious about whether or not people use that miracle that like refreshes the messages.
Communication is important in any relationship.
Refreshes.
I've only written like 2 messages, and I don't think I've gotten any.
They do. If you get raided, I do believe it recovers an Estes, or it recovers your health. It's one of the two.
Okay.
I've had some like clutch boss moments in this game.
Yeah, no, I had a bunch of really clutch boss moments in Bloodborne with people rating out my messages.
Who's this fellow?
Oh, I love it.
I don't know who you are, but leave me be. The frailty of the weak disrupts the dark.
Oh, Harry, you've gotten so edgy.
Leave me alone. I'm interested in one thing, dog. You haven't the gift.
He's too goth for us.
Wait, what are your?
So that boy sells hexes and hex-related accessories. The way hexes work in this game is it looks at your intelligence and your faith and goes off the one that is the lowest. So he will not talk to us if our intelligence
because our faith is 4.
are below a certain threshold.
Oh, no wonder I never. Okay, because I always assumed it was my intelligence that made me not be able to talk to him. But...
Yeah, it's like they
the
both need
Huntsman's
to.
corpse.
I forget what the threshold is. I think it's 10. That they both need to be at to talk to him. If you are doing a build that involves pokey swords like rapiers, he sells one that's not bad. And some of the spells are cool.
Yeah, but like it sounds like hexes are just going to be garbage compared to.
Yeah, compared to sorcery for us, because we're not interested
friend?
in.
You don't look like a friend.
But if you
can't
can't
lock on.
if you can't lock on,
I guess. Oh, I found another friend.
Did you sit at that bonfire or just light it?
I think I just lit it.
Because it would be really funny to have something go wrong here and end up back at Majula.
Yeah, but then I could just travel.
I mean, it's not that much of a trek.
Ow,
But-
this rest. I killed one guy. Given that this game gives you fast travel from the get-go, you know, it's not really a big deal.
I do appreciate this nice elision with Bloodborne here. It's time for hunters to hunt.
All cops are bad.
Oh, now! Oh, I should have pushed for that int point.
That one magic BNS might have been the difference.
That I'm willing to bet money that it would be. Like, I'm pretty sure it would be enough.
Be wary of right.
You hate to see that happen.
We already made the one on the right angry.
Oh, it's time.
But there's
for my
other stuff
friends.
going on in here.
It's
Yeah.
time for my best friends.
Oh, that seems probably like it's poison.
It's just life, you know? The circle.
Yep, that's poison. Okay. Okay.
It's fine though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good sound. That's a great sound.
I know what that sound is.
Okay, nothing's gonna be better than this.
Oh, you're looking at poison resist?
Yeah, everything is gonna screw up my equip load though, so I'll probably
Well, but I mean, at some level, like, given what we
the-
know now, it's
The
probably worth
butterflies
it.
don't
Fine.
move around really, so
Yeah. Also, in my experience with these games, status resistances tend to matter a lot more than damage resistances. So, like, preventing
That was
yourself
definitely
from
true in
getting,
Bloodborne.
preventing
it's a
yourself from
little-
getting
yeah.
poisoned is a big deal. This is
that's
bullshit.
not
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
Help
Just
tree.
that- I'm glad we haven't seen any messages about tongue so far.
Oh,
Well, we'll get there.
There's still time. Yeah, don't worry.
Yep.
There's a lot of
I
game
could leave
left.
one. Oh, behind.
oh.
I haven't been touching very many bloodstains. Watching people die. Ow. Poison arrow. I can't lock onto you. That sucks. Alright. I see you hanging there. Trying to be sneaky. Oh.
Oh, that little bit is that's.
Ow. What is a small orange burr? Oh, hello.
Well, the message told you to hit the door to trigger that enemy to start coming through it, but we made other choices.
Oh, I have life gems equipped. Shit. You got those moves. Sadly, it
Got
did
those
not-
moves like
did
dagger.
not help much. That is that is a sad.
Yeah,
death.
that'll happen every once in a while, you know?
Big mood. Merchant.
Making a joke about the undead merchant lady in the first game.
Yeah, from DS1.
Yeah, but this isn't a sewer.
It's still some bars.
Ah.
There are almost always
This is-
messages there warning you about that guy, but you didn't get any for some reason.
Yeah, they seem to sometimes take a little while to load in. Also, I feel like the number of times I've been tricked by, here's some loot, and right by a corner, don't worry, it's fine. See also the very first episode of this series.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah. So what all has everyone been playing lately?
A lot of FIFA.
Yeah.
A lot of Diablo 3. I played through Sunset Overdrive recently. That was a really weird experience.
Yeah, what did you think overall of that?
I really like the gameplay and really hate the story. It feels like it feels great to play, but God, if that story just really stinks. In like a
Yeah.
pretty freaking gross at times way.
Right.
Including just
Well-
some really bad ableism and racism. Like, yeah, 2014 was a long time ago.
Oh, jeez.
It sure was.
Basically.
Oh,
Now
that
imagine
you
if you
say
didn't
it,
like
it's
the- Imagine if you didn't like the gameplay at all, and now you'd have my experience with the game.
Oh yeah.
So,
And I've been playing a mobile game called Piffle, which is a brick breaker type game with cute kittens.
Aw.
Yeah. That's basic. That's the majority of what I've been getting into recently.
And
that sounds much more wholesome.
I've been doing that Hitman, that most wholesome
Ah,
of
yes.
games about hitting man, and Warframe, in which earlier today I went and stole a dog egg, and now I'm hatching it
Oh hell yeah!
because that's
you
how
got
that
your,
works.
You got your Kubro.
I have my Kubro in like 12 hours, I think.
Well, you have your Kubro. Your Kubro just
My
hasn't
Kubro
come
Kubro
out.
is gestating.
Yeah.
12 hours of real time or in-game time?
Real time.
Real time. It's a free-to-play loot shooter.
I see.
I'm very early on in it, but my impression so far is that it is older and much, much weirder Destiny in a way that I find more interesting than Destiny. It doesn't... The art direction isn't quite as striking, which is not to say it looks bad, just that when I played a bunch of Destiny 2, it was very much like going around the world looking at these cool skyboxes, and the gameplay was fine. Whereas the gameplay feels as good or better, but there's so much more stuff to do. Too much stuff, almost.
You're never gonna be at a loss for what to do, and that's
Good and bad.
yeah. Well,
I know that feeling.
I think it's the thing that saves it is no matter what you do, you're gonna be progressing towards something, which is a really satisfying feeling with that game. Like, there's very few situations where you can spend like half an hour doing something, and that half an hour doesn't count for anything.
Yeah, the individual missions are really short, and even the couple times I've either failed or had to like abort one for whatever reason, it still gave me a little bit of something.
I see.
Even if it
keep
wasn't
items,
the full
but I think
reward
you keep-
for the mission.
Yeah, you don't keep items or the experience bonus, but you do get the base experience, which is still something.
Yeah.
Oh, this is our first.
Hello, Forlorn. You're new
Is this
to this edition of the
fake,
game.
and
Oh, this is reminding me of a whole. Okay, interesting. I just realized what. Okay, yeah, no, this is.
Yeah, they. I don't particularly know why they felt like doing that, but the
Hey,
Forlorn.
the lore behind it's a little interesting.
Yeah, the Forlorn are a series of NPC invasions that happen. I feel like some of them are random and some of them are in set locations, and this is one of the set locations. They happen whether you're human or not. The fights aren't usually too bad. The only thing that's tricky about this one usually is that directly above where this one spawns is one of the poison butterflies.
well, also I haven't managed to actually land a hit yet, like a non-blocked hit. So that's not great.
Yeah, he's rolling really well.
Or using trees, as you do.
In terms of games, I'm glad other people have done some free-to-play stuff because I think shamefully the game I've spent the most time playing. I shouldn't say shamefully, but I've been playing a lot of Fate Grand Order.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
There have been a lot of events happening, and I have kind of a long history with the Fate franchise, and it's one of those things where like it's kind of transparently like a free-to-play like gacha based.
Is that the one where there are historical figures but they're anime?
Sorry, what was the what but
Historical
anime?
figures, like there's
Oh
Thomas
yeah,
Edison
so
or
okay.
whatever.
To be fair, there's like a lot of historical figures with anime. Like
Yeah.
a lot
I was
of those
trying to
games.
think. I was trying to think of how to be specific. There was I saw a tweet going around recently that was like someone saying their coworker had asked them if they knew about the free-to-play game that was Battleships, but they're anime girls, and the person posting it had to admit that they were aware of 3 such games.
So I will say, and this is actually like a good, I guess, mini segue because now that a game like that exists and is popular, and like things like Fate Zero kind of picked up. Oh geez. Well, I gotta do
This
some
Forlorn
squats,
fight sucks.
yeah, the Forlorn fights are a lot.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I think he is.
I'm
The
just too
lasers
slow.
are particularly ineffective for this particular one, but there is worse stuff in the game.
Yeah, and some of them will be optional, so like don't kill yourself trying to do
Yeah,
them,
they
but-
usually give you some cash and like a piece of their equipment, and if you do all of
Yeah.
them, you get the full set, I think.
That sounds about right. But anyway, just to continue, like I played like the original Fate Stay Night visual novel back in college, like, and even then it had been out for a while. Like, it's a pretty old game, so the franchise that the Fate stuff has been based on has been around a very long time. And now it's just finally, like, people realized how lucrative the concept was and how well it would fit with gacha. So they've been doing their events where you kind of get the free, like, Santa versions of the alternate gender-bent King Arthur character. There's a lot of just weird nonsense, but I've seen enough of it that I just kind of love it. Like,
if I go back down there, is that thing gonna respawn?
The only thing down there is the Forlorn Invasion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's even any. I mean, you can run around and try to get pickup items. Did you get everything else? Okay, you're
think
good
so.
to skip it.
I didn't check
basically.
behind this house.
I definitely like skipped this area until much later because it was just too frustrating.
I don't feel like the enemies are annoying. It's just that.
No, like
so
just
far.
specifically the Forlorn fight.
Yeah.
But
And so
but
far,
yeah,
this
like
area is also a lot less confusing to navigate than Forbidden Woods. So that's a thing.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I love.
See ya.
I forgot about that.
that hollow is unique. I'm pretty sure, or at least he's unique to this area. As far as I can tell, they added him to this version of the game to either give you something like a little harder to hit that would give you a nice drop if you could. But the downside is if you chase him around, he leads you into all the other enemies.
Right.
But I don't remember his drop being actually that incredible.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was, and the fact that I can't means it's probably not super important. I will admit one thing about playing FGO, which is the Shuten Doji reference I made early is entirely because I like rolled for that demon character and was reading the Wikipedia entries to make sure I understood the historical mythological context. So I feel like at some point these games are great for like tangential learning purposes, but at the same time there's so much distortion that I had a course that I taught. I was like the advisory chemist for an ancient studies course that was doing some like chemical analysis of pottery sherds from old dig sites to see like what the contents were. And I was at like a museum event with the professor and we started talking. And he was like, yeah, I'm just surprised that, like, you know, not everyone's even read the Epic of Gilgamesh. And I had to admit that I only know about Gilgamesh because of anime.
So just to check in with what we're doing in this area, we have this bridge and we have another bridge we didn't cross.
Sorry, you just cut out there.
Oh, sorry. We have this bridge and another bridge that we didn't cross earlier.
There was an area I could have doubled back, and I didn't. So maybe I should.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we don't forget about that.
Yeah. This seems like the critical path, so why don't I come back? Yeah.
But anyway, I feel like I should probably read the Epic of Gilgamesh at some point in my life.
If you want to. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't have to.
I'm kind of curious. Like, there's a point at which I've seen that figure in enough media. I feel like this was like my experience reading Dante's Inferno. Was like recognizing the names and imagery in like so much other media that I had consumed was kind of fascinating. Oh, hey. So there's like something actually gratifying about this. I think when RoboWitch and I did the Final Fantasy Free Enterprise stream together, there were a lot of like interesting things we could talk about with regard to like why the bosses are named the way they are, based on like demons in Dante's Inferno. So like
that makes sense.
It's though. So there's a point at which I kind of want more context for all of these things, for good or for ill.
Sure.
But that's not playing a video game, so you know.
I sort of want to take a screenshot of what the Discord share looks like for me right now because it has somehow decided to downgrade the quality for me to the point where it's still moving around smoothly, but everything is this like impressionist painting version. Like the edges
like...
between the individual tiles in the compression aren't super clear. It's just everything is fuzzy.
I wonder if Discord starts to kind of choke after a little while. Maybe we should have restarted the call. But, oh well.
I can
Too late now.
I can still
understand
tell
what's happening.
going on.
Yeah.
Plenty
Don't
well.
worry, I'll know everything about what you're about to do, regardless of whether I can see the screen. This area in particular maybe is ingrained in my psyche beyond what most others in this game are.
I mean, there's a couple things in here that are real pieces of work, but
I mean, like, I think the thing that I'm realizing with this run in particular is, like, there will be a lot of things that I've struggled with because of the build I chose that Niko probably won't. So, like...
This has definitely been such a different experience from playing DS1 as a sword and shield build and playing Bloodborne as more of a melee dodgy build, and so it's been cool to get to experience that difference.
I very much want us to get through this collection of gentlemen and see what's ahead here, so that I can talk about it. Because if I start talking about it now, it's a little too soon.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, these enemies in particular with the spear and board build I had were a rough
whip
time.
Can be hard to dodge because one of the swings has a kind of a wide area, but the ones with the staff version are not too bad.
Oh
yeah, well, and it was a lot of like needing to make sure that I pulled them one at a time. Like I did a lot of bow cheats.
Oh yeah,
in my run.
Same.
And this was definitely an area where I remember like I some of them disappeared for me. Is all I'll say.
Yeah, there might be one more that's gonna drop down now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have said anything, but the message said something.
Message said it. Yeah. Having the distance with the magic in this is very useful.
Be careful on the bridge.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's see what these people did.
In disarray.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my god.
Oh,
Don't give up.
I see
also
you.
important.
I see you there.
If you just stand here for a minute, they will climb up.
Okay. Praise the sun.
I would wait for them to climb up.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Undead Purgatory. That sounds...
Here is the person I wanted to talk about. The build I took through here in the last week or two had a real bad time with this particular boy.
I never really bothered to even...
Is there something I should do that's not this right now? Because I do have 10,000. That's not like a tremendous amount.
Yeah, I would spend. I would recommend spending those.
Yes,
I just got them.
I would actually tell you that he is, in my opinion, tougher than what's on the other side of that fog door.
I'd second that. I would say you could skip.
Yeah.
That.
This is you were correct in guessing that this is not the critical path. I would still like us to go, deal with that stuff eventually. But we don't need to do it right this second.
I will
let
tell
that
you.
glowing sword fellow disrespect you like that?
So hold on. Like that down there, it looks like the way I came in. So there should be a shortcut that I can unlock. That
You
feels
would
like
think so.
If you go,
You would think so.
If you go back, if you go back to the early part of this path, there's like a little hillside you can drop down for running back.
This was the first point in this game where I stubbornly refused to go down a different path. And I'll just put it this way, you're gonna have a bad time if you repeat my mistake.
Okay, that's not good.
Your build might make it like less traumatizing.
But I already
his
am. I'm
shield is
really
incredibly
low on.
big.
I'm also low on resources too, so like I'm gonna have a hard time getting through that.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see any branching paths off of that, so I don't know.
No, that's
like
the path to that optional thing.
Yeah.
But I could.
But like that building that I was looking at, that there was stuff in there, and I feel like that was on top of where I came in, and there ought to have been a way, but maybe I need to go approach that from a different direction. So, whoops.
Let's go back to the start of the zone, and then go up that critical path and have a look around.
Okay. Yeah, because there's that bridge, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you lowered that
We
bridge.
know about the bridge. And then
Well, no.
there's a
This
second
bridge is the one that I was just on.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to like, because these maps tend to be a little bit like you get turned around a lot, and I'm trying to like position everything in 3D space and understand where I am. So,
I mean, famously, Dark Souls 2 is harder to do that with than
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1 was. But yeah, that's fair. I will say I agree with you that it makes a lot of sense for there to be a shortcut. I looked up in frustration many times whether or not someone had like, has anyone tried shooting the bridge? But no, there is no shortcut.
that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like normally if there's a shortcut, you typically see the other end of it as in the form of a locked door or an elevator that's not down or something yet. So like
there should be just like a rope that you can like lower from that bridge or something, right? Like, come on. Throw me a bone, Dark Souls 2.
all right, I need to pop souls here.
Oh, we're finally at that 10k doesn't even get you to point.
Yeah.
But we've
I
got
could just use one of
some
these.
stuff stockpiled.
How many did we need?
I think I needed less than 200.
Okay.
I hope I looked at it correctly. Oh, I needed more than 200. Damn you, rounding errors. That's fine. Oops.
At some point, you'd think they'd put in a quick use, like, pop your souls in the menu option. But
I don't know. It took them so long to use multiple items from a stack that
I also realized that, like, I'm saying these things in a world in which Monster Hunter as a franchise exists, so...
Yeah.
That's a game I haven't played in months that I should probably go back to at some point.
It is a fun game. I just don't.
I mean, like, I played World was the first one I played, and it was a lot of fun.
World was the first one I played too. I feel like they need to get more monsters into World. I'm surprised they didn't announce anything at E3.
Well, when the movie
over
comes
the
out,
summer. Oh
they'll
yeah,
tie some in with that, you know.
Tony Jaa and I forget who.
All right, I want to get both of these up to a nice round 10.
Okay. One thing, though, that I will point out to remind you is that you are so close to one-shotting the mobs in that area you were just going through.
That's true. Yeah, I'll just pop one in there.
Like, I know, just one. Just give it the one. And then, yeah, the vigor's gonna do you good.
Okay.
That's just a quality of life thing.
So yeah, so on the topic of other games, I also have been playing a lot of Hitman. I officially killed Sean Bean today. So depending on when this goes up, that probably will have happened ended a while by the time this is shown, but that's fine. Yeah, and I've mostly been focusing on Miami. I got my mastery all the way up to 20, so I could unlock all the stuff. Turned out it wasn't even necessary because they force you. Oh, I still am not quite enough to kill.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I would have lost that bet.
I'll never forgive you.
Oh, and you could have put both those points in. Oh no.
Yeah. So I spent all that time, and then without realizing that actually they lock you into your starting location, so getting all the extra masteries didn't really matter. But it's okay. That's kind of how I typically play those games. Is like play a whole lot on one map, and then move on.
I have my thing with that game, I forget if I said this in a previous episode or not, was that the moment they announced that the old maps from the 2016 game would be available for free in the new engine if you owned the old one, I knew that I was going to replay them, and that would be unavoidable. One of the things that got me that has been very helpful, both in general and for the Sean Bean machine, is there's an escalation on Marrakech that is a lot of fun and gives you a silenced sniper rifle.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it has definitely been an interesting experience going back and not having all the things unlocked that I used to have in Hitman 1, or Hitman 2016. And because like there were definitely a handful of items that really trivialized certain things. I made heavy use of the emetic syringe because, especially in elusive targets, because you could just stick someone with that, and then if you got spotted, oh well, it wasn't instant kill poison, it was just, throw uppy poison, and so you wouldn't fail, and then you could restart the mission. And without having that, it was like, oh, I gotta be a lot more careful and make sure I do this right. So it was really satisfying to get that essay and really just get back into Hitman after a little while of time away from the game. I'm looking forward to them adding escalations into the game, which I think were my favorite thing in Hitman 2016, because that was really in some ways the true test. Elusive targets typically weren't like the hardest missions, they were just difficult because you only had one shot.
Yep.
So
that was a satisfying thud.
Yeah, I just got Hitman just came on GameFly for me. I'm excited to
Oh, nice. Yeah.
to get into it. It seems like, from what I've seen of it, it seems like it does a lot better job, like kind of onboarding people who aren't super familiar with the franchise, i.e. me. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah,
Ooh,
This is a no. Okay, that looks like an
another
NPC
NPC,
again.
yes.
that is an NPC. And what a name.
She's alright.
Oh,
Is that a scythe? Oh, hell yeah. This is like...
at least she takes damage, unlike the last one.
That's...
I'm pretty sure she can cast spells, and if she starts
She
doing
just chose
that,
not to.
that fight is a bit different. I'm
I'm a
glad it went
little
well for
low-key
us.
salty about how easy some of these things are for your build. That's...
Just take care of you, shall we?
Oh, my friends.
Oh no, the item. Oh, it's down there. Okay. All right. So this is,
to what
oh
Mo
no,
was saying,
isn't it?
yeah, I think I feel like Hitman 2 had kind of a tough job for the tutorialization because they needed to include enough of a refresher to get people from 2 years ago back into it, but also enough of a thing to hook new players, and I feel like they nailed it.
Yeah, the New Zealand map was cool.
Yeah, the beach house. There is more along that cliff face we can do.
I know. I just
Or
wanted
is
to
it
check
cave
this
time?
way.
Is it cave time?
I don't know. I don't know if the cave is. Oh,
Oh, we already.
actually, it's just.
yeah.
Oh, when did you get that?
She dropped a key. Merciless.
Oh, that's how you get that? Oh my god.
Who are you?
This is a nice boy.
That bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now
Yeah, like I thought there was a whole like I think I talked to this guy through the grate before I got that key.
he won't know what hit him.
Wait for it.
Creator of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave.
Who could that be?
He took the first chance he had
Have we met one of
to
those?
try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself.
Wonk wonk.
I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along.
That-
You be careful of him. Pate.
Gasp!
Oh.
Pipe.
He wears this rather unusual ring. You know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it.
I know him for his very distinctive armor.
The man's better off dead. I tell ya. He's a slick talker. So don't let
I feel like this is one of those "who do you believe" situations.
Like
'Cause,
all
like-
of these things could apply to this guy, right?
Yeah, he could have been locked in here, in jail, with these other skeletons.
Pate, the man with a straight, and don't you believe a word he says.
Well,
I'll find a common foot bad.
So now we have to decide if we let this guy live or not. Is that what we're doing?
I would say that when we met Pate, the only reason Pate didn't lock us in a room with a bunch of crappy hollows is that we went through the area backwards.
Yeah, we actually.
He would have
got the
tried
other-
to. He would have done to us what this guy says he does to people. We just
these
happened
messages
to.
aren't fans.
Okay.
One thing I noticed while doing like review stuff for this part of the game, in the base version of the game, I'm pretty sure those two skeletons aren't there. It's just him, and I don't know why. I don't know why they added that.
All right, I'm gonna not rest to not reset all the NPCs. I can always travel at bonfire if I need to.
It's not that
Yeah,
long.
you got plenty of.
Smooth and silky stone.
Oh, that was one of those. Okay, yeah.
No, that wasn't an invisible one.
Oh.
That was just somebody.
No,
who can
no,
drop
that was one of the ones that
them.
run away, right?
I think so.
Oh. Uh-oh, are you gonna regen?
Did you
Surprised
get
my
any?
turn isn't
Did you get any
defending.
souls?
Alexa, play tub thumping.
Yep. I see you. Is this the don't give up skeleton moment?
No.
Okay.
I will make extraordinarily clear when it is the don't give up skeleton moment.
Oh, okay. This area isn't gonna work. They just keep regenning. Wait, he doesn't have a health bar anymore.
I got knocked down. But I get up again.
About to say, I think maybe you're forgetting a key fact of how these work.
Well, I remember, yeah, okay. So I remember in Dark Souls 1, there were necromancers that would raise them. And if you used a divine weapon, then they didn't come back. Or if you killed the necromancer, then they didn't come back.
Yep, that's all still true.
I think I'm going to continue this way first.
Okay.
Since I came this way a bit first, and I want to see what's on the other path.
Makes sense.
Oh, seriously?
Ooh, that last second lock on.
Yeah. That was some real skill right there.
Oh, I thought you had killed Creighton for a second. Like I looked at what this room was.
No,
Like...
that's not how stuff with him works.
Well, I was sure. There's no way that would have taken one hit.
Oh, are you the necromancer?
Creighton's from Mira, right?
Yep.
They're all.
What? What is going on? Why are you? Why is your shit homing?
I believe it's what
He got
we call
the
a
he got that homing
attack.
soul mass.
Fuck off with that. Okay, so this.
Oh, we got a sweeper.
So that's a boss.
What a scenic area. Love it.
Yeah.
This is the
I'm
Shadow
all
of
for
the
things
Colossus
behind
area.
waterfalls.
It's
I'm
very
gonna
good.
we'll just sing some Shadow of the Colossus hits in a second. You ever just do like video game soundtrack karaoke?
No.
I feel like that's $1 million idea. It's one of these things.
Most video game soundtracks don't have words though. Is the
No,
problem?
you don't need words to do karaoke.
Guess not.
Let's sing the furthest land for y'all right now, and you'll know exactly what I'm doing. No, I'm not gonna do that.
There's more skeletons. Okay. Okay. I see what we're doing here.
It is, as you are starting to suspect, all one cave.
Yes.
Is it one cave, or is it just a bunch of little caves all connected together?
That's a philosophical question I don't feel prepared to answer
I am pretty sure geography has an answer.
Are any of us geographers?
I
thought your thing was fish
Sorry,
emotions.
I'm thinking geology. Geology's the one that I was thinking of, not the geography is the map. That's a different National Geographic, not National Geologic, you know? One's geodudes and the other's
All right, let's see.
what's the map? Smeargles. The other's Smeargles.
Smeagol?
Smeargol?
I thought Smeagol just wanted the one ring.
Do you know about Smeargol, the painter Pokemon?
No.
You catch him outside of the side area in the place in Pokemon Gold and Silver where you catch Unknown.
I
You
forget
can also
if we
get
could,
Natu there.
I forget if we got into this at any point, but Pokemon is one of my blind spots.
Oh, come on. We should have bumped it to 25 when we had the chance, damn it.
Well, it's.
I should have been more adamant.
Nope, your advice is not panning out.
I was not firm enough in my resolve. This is all my fault. I'm sorry.
We don't have anything we want to do with strength and dex right now, so I would say vigor or endurance.
I sent you to soccer practice when I should have sent you to piano lessons. You know, like that's just I failed.
Stalker practice?
Soccer practice.
Yes.
Oh, soccer
So-
practice.
No,
Multiple
stalker like the game. You know.
multiple small connected caves are just a cave. That's
I thought that was an. I thought that. You know what else that is? That's an ocarina. Think
so
about it.
says. So
No,
says
an
Google.
ocarina is one chamber, and you're just closing off holes on it.
But no, it's a bunch of holes that can join into a bigger vessel. You know.
It's just
No.
A cavern and a cave are two different things.
Oh, do tell.
All caves cannot be caverns, but all caverns are caves. Caverns are
Have one opening? Is that?
no
Oh, okay.
have specifically have some kind of rock that allows them to grow speleothems like stalagmites and stalactites.
Ooh.
Wait, you mean stalagmites and stalactites?
Wait, what? Did I,
I
get
don't-
it?
Stalactites.
I mean,
and
they're definitely not
stalagmites.
stalagmites.
But you said stalactites. No, only one of them has a G.
Well, sure, but like at least I got the emphasis correct.
No, y'all.
I
None
think
of you.
I think I pronounced it fine.
No,
None of you is
didn't.
free from sin.
You said that like 5 episodes about Mario as well. So
That's where we fought Rowena. There's nothing
Oh, yeah, that's
else
right.
up here.
Is the cave in Mario 64? Is the cave level a cavern or a cave? Well, I mean, I guess it's always a cave.
it's a cove actually.
Oh, what's the
It's-
difference between a cave and a cove?
Cove and
One is an
water.
O.
I think
No,
No
but
Man's
like
I
a
think-
cave has water. Is a
I
cove
think-
always a cave?
I think No Man's
No.
Wharf in this game might be a cove.
Yep.
That's only on NG3.
I just want to see what this boss is. See what I'm up.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for this boss, He-Man?
Life jam up.
The difference between a cave and a cove. Cave is large, naturally occurring.
Oh,
Welcome to the Skeleton Lords.
I'll
Lord.
get you,
Because
He-Man.
I guess you hadn't had enough of 3-on-1 boss fights.
this one's low.
Except this one is a little different.
Yeah.
You think you've defeated me?
Well, I would point out that
Skeleton Lord walks with such a
Nico
waddle,
killed
it's
one of the
funny.
Skeleton Lords, but the health bar on the boss is not, a third of the way down.
Yeah, good set.
Oh no, not these wheel
Welcome
guys
to-
again.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Skeleton party time!
Bone party.
okay.
Gosh, it's time to bring the brand back, baby.
Okay.
So that's the Skeleton Lords. They bring the
That-
party.
Yeah.
Unlike the Ruin Sentinels, they have friends.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that it's like kind of along this side path, whereas there's this huge skeleton cave right next to it. And something tells me that those two things are connected in some way. But
It's
I
all
just-
one big cave called life.
the problem is I'm just
Called
not
on death.
feeling up
It's
to
all-
up to spelunking in the skeleton cave at this time of night. You know? You know what I'm saying? Hitman was pretty good.
Is it too spoopy?
Well,
Well, it's just
we've seen
Are you
what's
spooked?
we've seen what's down this path. We have seen the two ends of this section.
yep.
The Skeleton Lords and the bridge to a very red boy.
Yep.
We can keep going here. We can see what is past the Ruin Sentinels. Or we can go try out the other part of Hyde's Tower.
You also have a
the
ring now
dragon?
that limits fall damage, so you could try going fancy places.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
trying to
that's-
figure out like. Yeah, I'm trying to
That's a
figure
real
out like what I
fancy
actually
place
want
down
to
the
do
well.
with 30-ish minutes left and it being awfully late.
Well, the well's just got some items, so like you could pick up the items down there.
Yeah.
I would say Hyde's Tower is maybe we'll get the dragon, maybe we won't.
Okay. That might.
That is a
maybe
pretty
that's
tough area, but yeah, that could be.
Well,
But I
we're-
have
we're
leveled up a
lot-
few times
Yeah, we're a lot
since then.
beefier now.
Yeah.
We'll get some sunlight in. That'll be nice.
Okay.
God,
Got some higher
what am I saying? Who
strength
have I
skulls
become?
too.
We could go visit the Gatra Crows and see if they give us the infusion stone we want.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Well, I unless I discover that, let's hold off on that.
I am going to sing the entirety of the Gatchaman theme once we do that, though.
Honestly, I can think of a couple things I hope the Gatra Crows give us that are not that stone, just because they're fun.
Look at this football player ass knight.
They got the fancy moveset though.
Well, right now his
If
fancy moveset is
if
just backing
he'll
away.
ever decide to
Yep.
attack.
That's just a lesson. That's every time I try to fight a boss with ranged attacks. That's me.
He was just sizing it up.
Oh, I do. There is a part of me that like watches all of Souls gameplay now, and I just want people to use the Farron Greatsword from Dark Souls 3 to do everything.
Because it do the big spinny.
It's so good. I had a couple Greatswords in DS3 that I fell in love with. One of them was called the Profaned Greatsword,
That's a pretty
which
good one.
it's the best name for a sword, and you could set it on fire. But then I discovered the Farron Greatsword, which is just the most like egregiously enjoyable moveset of anything in a Souls game.
I've been trying to sort of figure out what I'm going to do to entertain myself while I'm visiting my family for Christmas in a few weeks. And part of me thinks what I should do is play new games. But I know what's going to happen is I'm going to pick some ridiculously gimmicky way to play through Dark Souls 1 on my Switch and just do that the whole time.
Oh, I still haven't. Should I get there's a part of me that really wants to get Dark Souls 1 on the Switch because I have not been using my Switch for much, but like the thought of playing Dark Souls on an airplane just appeals to me at a visceral level.
Yeah,
It turns out it works better than maybe
plays
you
fine.
would think. Just because, like, sections between bonfires tend to be a good session length, especially once you know the game.
Right.
And then also the super aggressive auto-saving means, you know, if something interrupts you, yeah, you can't pause it and put the game to sleep, but you can quit the main menu and not lose anything. So maybe just don't get interrupted in a boss fight if you can help it, and otherwise you're fine.
Yeah, I think I might do. I do
Good
have
advice generally.
I'm going to Japan at the end of the year, and that's a long flight.
So I've heard.
So that could be.
I played Mega Man 11 on my flight to Japan. That game was alright.
What do I even have on my Switch right now? It's basically just Bayonetta.
Lady Gaga
Like,
is currently obsessed with Bayonetta.
I know that. It's so amazing.
I was like a naysayer for years, and then I finally I played through Bayonetta 1, and I'm currently partway through 2, and it is just everything about it. Having been raised Catholic, there's a reaction I have to that game that is just such a longest yeah boy ever moment for me, which is just like, yes.
I'm a little worried though because the last time she tweeted about it, she said it was hurting her hands, And
Oh, no.
that game gets super intense, and I don't want Lady Gaga to ruin her wrists playing the crazy intense action game.
Yeah, she doesn't need that.
Uh,
There's probably better things
but
for her to use her.
I could not
wrists
agree
on.
more with hashtag gamer respect the experts.
Yeah, I would say definitely Bayonetta is the first time like a
Oh,
platinum
good roll, good
action
roll.
game has clicked with me. That was a good, yeah.
And we are
actually.
doing some nice damage.
Ooh.
Oh, and not taken nearly as much as I would have expected.
Yeah, the problem here is
Although that
falling off the
knockback,
edge
yeah.
more than anything.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
I can't see.
Oh, that double hit. That
Yeah.
was always.
All right, this is doable.
Let's
Just
give
now
that
we know
another.
why it hates Tower of
Let's
Flame.
maybe
Yeah.
give that another go. If the dragon goes for the down breath, like if he flies straight up and hangs there, unlock and run off the platform, like along
Yeah,
the bridge.
that is exactly what I figured I needed to do. So.
This is the most I have seen anybody actually fight this thing, because everybody kills it with about 70 arrows
Oh,
from a long way off.
I don't remember if that's what I ended up doing. It probably is, because I had a bow.
Definitely is.
I mean, that was the thing. Like, I want to go back and play definitely Dark Souls 1 without sorcery, but like, I almost always just end up taking a bow everywhere because there's just a few things.
Yeah,
It's you never want to have to do it without one.
I have about half of a Soul Level 1 playthrough done on my PS4, so I don't want to do that on the Switch version just again at my parents' house. So I was thinking of trying to. There is a certain lady's armor and paired swords that you can get in the DLC if you are kind of an asshole. And I was thinking about trying to get that as early as humanly possible, which will make it harder on myself than it needs to be.
Here's the thing, though. You have Warframe. So
Yeah,
you
but
might-
but I do need. It turns out I do need breaks from Warframe.
That's what you think now.
In fact, today while I was waiting for the timers on my arc wing, whatever the hell that is, I don't even know what it is yet. I just built it
It's like a
because the game
jetpack
told
kind
me
of thing.
to.
It's a jetpack. Some annoying missions.
The 3 parts for that all took an hour, and I built them all at the same time, and helped some people with Ornstein and Smo.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am still proud of the fact that I did finish that fight without summoning help.
Oh,
I've done it.
I did every fight in DS1 without summoning help. I fought the gargoyles 2-on-1 without summoning an NPC helper. And like apparently that's not how you're supposed to do that.
Oh yeah, no,
fight.
that one in particular is like summoning the NPC help is like basically expected, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like it was really gratifying to get it. So
Like you
I-
can
There you
tell
go.
from the design point that like that was the fight they intended to use to show off the like summon help mechanic.
I think I had an easier time doing the Soul Level 1 Ornstein and Smo than fighting them for real. And I'm not sure how much of that is being more sort of having it fresher in my mind what to do. Because I don't think it was just that I was doing hilarious pyro damage output. It was that I, just a few months ago had gotten plenty of practice kind of trying to manage the fact that there are 2 of them and the pillars and all that.
I mean, it took me like ages. I did more. God, when I was doing that Dark Souls 1 playthrough as a sorcerer, there were just a few fights where I ended up doing an egregious number of push-ups. Like my family was concerned because I was like home for the holidays and like.
And you were just like ripped.
I mean, I wish. Like, it probably prevented a certain degree of like atrophy in the past. Like,
Oh no!
oh.
I got greedy.
Got that flurry.
Yeah. Speaking of other games that are kind of a little bit like Dark Souls, but not really, I've gotten into Dead Cells this past week.
Ooh.
And yeah, enjoying the hell out of that. Although I've kind of hit a wall. I tend to, my runs tend to peter out right around the after the clock tower boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is where shit gets real hard, and the only time I've actually made it to the boss after that is after doing a very intentional, like, I'm going to fight as little as possible just to, you know, get out of this level. And I kind of perused the 1.1 patch notes, and I saw that there was some stuff around how scaling works, but I don't know if I want to like shelve that game until that patch comes out.
That
And
patch
it
is
feels
coming out
wrong.
pretty soon, isn't it?
I believe so.
Okay. I don't know.
I
didn't
definitely
hear anything about when it's coming out. I just saw how substantial the changes were and how fast they've been iterating, and it doesn't necessarily seem like it's like kind of locked down and done yet.
I should probably try to revisit it after that patch because I definitely haven't taken to it the way some people have. Like I think part of it is just that I prefer a non-procedurally generated experience.
I want to say.
like.
Oh, sorry. I was just looking. Yeah, so the patch should already be at least in alpha on Steam, but I don't think it's gone
Right.
through cert to get to the console versions. But presumably that's
No, I'm
very soon.
playing. I'm playing on Steam, but I would rather wait for it to be done and like actually ready for general consumption than switch to the alpha build.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that makes sense.
And
Sorry,
that was my
I
approach
interrupted.
with the base game
Yeah.
as well. Like I bought it during early access because of all the great things I heard about it, and I intentionally didn't play it until it was released because I wanted the finished experience. So
Yeah, I think a lot of it for me is like, especially now that I've been revisiting Castlevania, like, you know, Souls games, looking forward to like Bloodstained whenever that's coming out. But something I've actually, you know what it really was when I played Hollow Knight last year, because I think I picked up Dead Cells and Hollow Knight around the same time, and I just realized like while I was getting immersed in one, like persistent map design is like such a key thing for me. Like, it doesn't have to be the most amazing map design, but just being able to know where I'm going is, like,
Yeah.
more the draw for me in those styles of games than the fluidity of combat. Because Dead Cells has, like, far and away the most amazing combat feel of, like, a 2D Metroidvania. But it's just a very... There's something about, like, that... everything else around it that I'm like, I kind of would have preferred more permanence.
That's fair.
more like intentionally tailored.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, I think that the thing that I liked the most about Dark Souls 1 was its world, and not necessarily the feel of its combat or the challenge of its bosses.
Yeah.
And so I come to them for different things, and Dead Cells is like has that feeling of like, I can just sit down and I can play a run before bed, and then it will be really intense, and my heart will be beating the whole time toward the end, and I won't actually be tired when it's time to go to bed. So that's not.
Yeah,
really
I was just gonna say, like, as a bedtime game, maybe. It's like I've started doing like mobile games for bedtime because it's mostly just timer. Like you make numbers go up a little bit, and then you feel like you've accomplished something that day.
Woo!
Oh, that range.
No.
Oh, this is.
There you go.
Is there any way where you can see like exactly how much health you currently have?
I don't think so. You can just see your
no,
total.
there's no- yeah.
All right, I'm gonna assume that's 1 hit point because that's more fun if I do.
The magic pixel.
Is this what they mean when they say got it in one?
All right, dragon, I'm coming for you. Oh, I started running too fast or too early.
Oh no!
No.
Yeah, I
Well-
ran out of stamina. I gotta wait to start running until the dragon stands up.
Would you be able to get all of the enemies to follow you and then have them all get like dunked on by the fire?
I don't know. That would be funny.
I think in
I mean, I'm not-
theory,
bet you
yes,
could.
but
They have.
in
I think they have
practice,
zones they stick to.
At least the Hyde Knight that's at the top of the stairs with the spear, I think would certainly go over there. But I don't think that's a good or effective plan for dealing with.
I do think you could run past a large number of these. Because again, it's sort of like if you're not going to spend the souls, then it's just time, right?
Oh yeah, I'm losing them.
I think this is for me, like, there's always a trade-off for me when I play games like this, where it's like, in planning those runs, it's am I saving time by doing that, but like not getting resources I would get otherwise, or is it like, am I wasting the resource either way? And so the thing to save is time, and I try to always just like be aware of when, because I feel like there's a frustration that sets in if I'm like taking too much time on a run.
That's fair. I mean, that's why I originally left this and decided to come back now.
I mean, speaking of reasons that I didn't necessarily click with, like Dead Cells, right? Because it's run-based, and I think inherently...
Well, I think the thing I don't love about that game is how it's not intended for you to really be able to beat it on your first go.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure
no
there are
matter how
people
well you play.
who can, but it's like, I don't know. I like that there's progression and that you can feel like you're accomplishing something even when you don't win a run, but you're like, but I unlocked some cool stuff or whatever. But that comes at the cost of like, now I'm at this point where I've hit this progression wall, and I wonder if I just need to grind out more stuff in order to be able to get past that point.
Yeah,
or...
that I definitely felt that when I started, because I realized like why I was suddenly able to progress more, and usually it was like the things I had unlocked. Like it wasn't that I'd been getting better, it was that I had access to like stronger things.
I've definitely
For me
gotten
with Dead
better.
Cells, it was.
But...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, that was it.
I was gonna say, for me with Dead Cells, I definitely hit a progression wall at a certain point, and what got me through it was not access to more stuff, but rethinking how I was choosing stat upgrades and choosing gear. Given like the trade-offs, I sort of I started focusing almost entirely on skill builds, or tactics is what it's called, blue of the colors.
Yeah.
Just because I was finding that my like instincts in the fighting were more tailored to that stuff than brutality. The red color, which is like
Yeah.
and the other thing was simply realizing that you could bank the cells that do permanent unlocks over the course of more than one boss if you were consistent at it. Like once I knew that 95% of the time I was going to get past Tim Curry, the concierge, which is like the first boss in the game for people that don't know it.
Right.
Once I knew that I was pretty much always going to get through there, at least. Oh, Jesus.
That's a new one.
Yeah, that's some fucking bullshit right there.
Low stabby.
That hurt to
Yeah.
watch.
That's the second time I've died on the last mob of this whole area.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Say
told
roll.
me about the weapon upgrade stuff, Sparkle, and it totally changed my it totally changed the way I played that game as well.
Yeah,
Um,
so my thing with that game was I put like 70 hours or so into it. Did like a complete successful run and haven't really gone back to it since. And I'm kind of looking forward to that 1.1 patch hitting Switch because it sounds like they are changing what my decision making will be. So, in interesting ways, whether it's harder or easier, I don't really care. Just so that when I go back to it, it won't be falling into the same habits.
For the record, I only have about 10 hours in it so far. I only started a week ago. So I definitely still have more practice to get and a lot of stuff to
I
unlock.
binged it. Mo and Joel and multiple other people I know
I fell
things
deep
done
into
more,
the Dead Cells
yeah.
hole.
We all fell in
I
the
like
hole, but
never-
I maybe climbed out the slowest.
Yeah, I put in probably about the same time. The way I started, towards the end, the way I would do builds is just take the maximum amount of HP possible. So I was doing a lot of green builds and just
The
getting
brand is strong.
gold weapons and gold like grenades and stuff. So it was all like I would have like tactics weapons that were scaling off my green, which was how I got both my wins. Were builds based on that.
I've
Yeah,
been
I
doing a fair amount of
definitely-
green builds as well, yeah.
I did more like purple build. Like I kind of did green to start, and like I had more luck when I did tactics things. I found that the big thing for me was that with bosses, the way they were designed, my most consistent way to do damage was through turrets and like turrets and grenades basically, and like trying to do too much with weapon attacks during a lot of those animation cycles was just like
I feel like your
risking
choices
too much.
are constant DPS, which the turrets do, or very good space control, which the grenades are better for.
right. Well, and I usually had like a combination of one that would like stun or
Yeah.
freeze for the like maintaining distance.
I
But
found
yeah,
that
like,
the,
it was-
that parrying with the shields is actually really good against at least the bosses that I usually end up against.
I am just like
much
never
like
a
these
parry
games,
person.
I don't parry too much or
I
shield.
never used shields.
There's like I just never clicked with it, which is weird because I like do music and it's like a, there's a rhythm analog to it in a way, but it's just never how I feel comfortable with those things. I'm better with like rolling, if anything.
I think the nice thing about it is at least if you are early, you still get the benefit of a block. You just don't get the better parry.
Right.
Whereas in like this, for instance, if you try and parry instead of blocking, you don't get either. And if you are too early.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna load up all these mods into Fallout New Vegas and watch my computer melt.
Fallout New Vegas Fallout is what
It's
they call
taken
it.
it's taken like 20 minutes to unzip them all.
All right, it's dragon time. Oh no, oh shit. I was running up the stairs and I used up all my stamina.
Oh no, you got cold feet, and now you're gonna get hot feet.
He might go back to sleep.
Yeah.
The sweepy attack.
Or he
Can't-
might
you
just
can't
stand there looking
lock
at
on
you.
from across the bridge, right? Like you
Maybe
can't
if I
shoot him from
bait
the-
out a breath and then go back down.
I mean, it has like there has well. Oh, that's yeah. I mean, you'll survive.
Maybe if you hide behind that pillar? No, there's nowhere to stand there. Gotta get in there. Oh. Heal up?
All right. Yep.
And you're gonna need life drinks.
just get.
Oh, I like
yeah.
this stompy he's doing. That's much better.
Good. Oh god. Good.
Whew.
Very good.
Okay, come on.
Hey.
Nice. Oh, well done.
Woo!
Petrified Dragon Bone and a Watch Dragon Parma. I forget what
I love a
Petrified
good
Dragon
Parma.
Bones are for. The Parma's a shield.
Love a good Parma. Oh, what? No, I thought it was a sandwich.
Oh, that would have been so funny if that
good-
landed on my head.
What a
Just
good
splat.
thud.
Oh, good. Just in time for another fog door.
Prepare to daba dee daba die.
Oh, huh. The Petrified Dragon Bone is an upgrade material.
Oh, you didn't know?
Not off the top of my head, because I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever used anything that wanted those.
Oh, I know. I don't think I ever used one in this game. But
think it's
yeah,
for-
one of the Dragon Bone.
I think it's for
Weapons,
boss
I think.
weapons.
Beautiful view.
It is boss
Oh,
fight.
the zone is gorgeous.
Is it boss weapons? Okay. I know that in, was it DS3 or DS1 that they had like split? There were some weapons that were boss and some that were like specifically dragon. That was one,
I
right?
am used to I sort of default to DS1 thinking, and so I'm used to the special materials being Twinkling or Demon Titanite for the unique weapons.
But wasn't there
Yeah.
also a dragon upgrade weapon like thing? Could have sworn there was like another one for the dragon class.
There's like Dragon Scale.
Yeah, dragon scale. That's what it was. Because I got the Moonlight Greatsword on my playthrough.
Yeah,
and that's it's not a boss weapon.
Yeah, but I
Well-
guess the naming, my brain wouldn't equate the two without a description or a wiki entry connecting them.
Yeah, so I was thinking that the petrified bone was like the dragon scale, but I guess it's more broad than that in this.
Well, despite some bullshit with that last mob right before the dragon, we did it. The dragon's dead. We can all sleep soundly.
Can we,
And
are we over time?
we are over time.
Okay.
So,
I was gonna say we
Uh,
should poke our nose through the fog door, but
no,
we need to go
we should
spend these
definitely
souls
not.
first. So we can do
12,000 souls.
Yeah,
Sparkletone, where can people find you on the internet?
I am Sparkletone on Twitter and stuff.
Peregrine.
I am Peregrine38 on Twitch, Peregrine at Waypoint Discord, and you can find me on Twitter at Terrific Broth.
And Mo.
Oh, sorry. I am tired because it's 3:21 here. I am Mo on the Waypoint Discord and forums and twitch.tv/Mo_swords.
And I'm Niko. You can find me hanging out on the Waypoint Discord. You can follow me on Twitter at Corey D. Shaw. Special thanks to Too Mellow for graciously allowing us to use his music. You can find the track Old Haunts and everything he does over at twomellowmakes.bandcamp.com. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, you can find them over on my YouTube at bit.ly/NikoYouTube. We'll be back next week with more food crimes, more Dark Souls 2, right here on twitch.tv/waypointcommunity on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. We hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.